What's going on, everybody? My name's Henry, and today we're going to be talking about the Ford Maverick. What makes this truck so special, the starting prices, the market positioning, and we're going to do a full video walk around on this exact one here. This is an XLT, base XLT with a 2-liter all-wheel drive, and we're going to show you guys why this is the best value and the best bang for your buck on the market right now, and realistically why Ford didn't come out with this a lot sooner, because it is hitting all the right buttons today, and this is going to be one of the most popular vehicles on the market. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it and show you everything you need to know about the all-new Maverick. So what I want to bring in first is kind of what makes the Maverick so special. Now, obviously, everyone knows the starting price of this is $25,900, which is astronomically inexpensive for a pickup truck that's going to be able to get the job done. Now, in the States, if you guys are watching this in America, it's $19,900, but in Canada, it's $25,000 for the base model XL hybrid front-wheel drive setup that's available on the Maverick, both in the XL and the XLT trim levels. The Lariat, we'll get into that a little bit later on, but that's only available with the 2-liter EcoBoost, which this one has. Now, let's talk about fuel mileage. So, as I just said, the Maverick is the first production pickup truck to come standard with a hybrid engine. So that's going to get you about 5.9 to 6 liters per 100 kilometers in Canada, which is about 40 miles per gallon in the States. This is going to get about 700 to 800 kilometers of range from a tank, and it's going to cost you about 40 or 50 bucks to fill it up. So it's pretty inexpensive to run. And with the hybrid engine, you do get that crazy fuel mileage that, you know, the price of gas right now is $1.40, $1.50 a liter in some places. And if you pick up one of these, you're going to be saving money at the pump every time you go. So that's the 2.5 liter hybrid engine. Now let's talk a little bit about this engine. So this one has a 2-liter turbo with the optional availability to tow up to 4,000 pounds and have 1,500 pounds, payload in the bed with a fully loaded cab. So what that means is this is going to be able to tow your jet skis, your small utility trailers, your pop-up tent trailers, that sort of stuff, without sacrificing any sort of breaking into the vehicle or anything like that. These are built Ford tough, as you expect from anything from a Super Duty down to an F-150 Ranger, and this one now, the new Maverick. So let's go inside and show you guys some of the features on this XLT, and then we'll pop up on the screen some of the different options for the XL, the Lariat, so you guys can get kind of a good feel for what it looks like if you go with the higher end trim or with the more basic options. So let's hop inside first, show you some of the features of the new Maverick, and then we'll come around to the outside and show you guys what I personally love about this exact truck. So let's hop inside. Okay guys, so starting on the interior of the new Maverick. Now, if you spent any time in, let's say, a Ford Escape or a Bronco Sport, you're gonna know this interior very well. It's carried over from those. This is actually built on the Bronco Sport platform with a ladder rack or ladder frame in the back, but we'll get onto that a little bit later on in this video. But I just want to go through some of the features that this has that are really nice, especially at the price point. Now, this is a base XLT, 2-liter turbo, all-wheel drive, so it's about $32,000 MSRP. And like I said, you can get one for about $31 with the gas, or you can get about $28, $29 for a hybrid front-wheel drive XLT, which are going to have the same features as this. But let's talk about what's in the inside that I really like. So first off, guys, is obviously you got your automatic headlights, on, off, automatic, all that sort of stuff. You got a cab light over here as well for the back. You have your cruise control and media controls all built into the steering wheel. No need to take your hands off the wheel to answer a phone call, send a text message, or switch your music, or so on and so forth. In the gauge cluster, you do have the nice tachometer, speedometer, and your fuel mileage and everything like that in the center screen. As you can see, if I'm playing through here, you can go through and see exactly what kind of features you want to set up, have it on, and you go from there. I always leave it on digital speedometer, a lot easier. Moving into the center screen area here, automatic climate control, single zone. If you go to a Lariat, you do get dual zone, and on the XLT high package, Lux package, whatever you want to call it, you do get the dual zone automatic climate control. But in the base XLT, no worries, you still get single zone automatic climate control, so you're going to stay nice and comfortable. Up to the screen, you do have standard for all Ford models, is you do have your backup camera. Nice crystal clear backup camera with your backup line, so you know exactly where to place the Maverick when you're parking it. And you also have wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto options. If you're wondering how to set up Apple CarPlay, check the link below. And I did a video on this a couple days ago on how to set up wireless CarPlay, but wired CarPlay is the same thing. You just plug into the bottom here with your cell phone, and it brings up brings up Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, so you do get navigation and everything like that built in. Now, the one thing I really want to touch on is overall space in the cabin. You look at the size of a Maverick and it's small, it's a small truck. I'm 6'4". I have tons of headroom above me. I've got tons of knee room, tons of shoulder room. This is a very comfortable vehicle for someone who doesn't need a full-size truck, but wants the usability of a truck. Someone like myself, I live in a city. I don't need something like a big F-150 or 250 or bigger, but this is definitely something the size that you can throw around in the city. You can easily find places to park, and it fits in pretty much every parking garage with a roof line of about 5'8", 5'9". You can fit in on the underground parking garages and anything like that, and it's super easy to maneuver. So let's hop into the back seat. There's something underneath the seat that I want to show you guys. It's kind of cool. It's underfloor storage, and let's hop in there and we'll see what that's all about. So now, let's say you're taking the Maverick to the beach, to the dog park, to anywhere where you're going to be leaving the vehicle for an extended period of time. Everyone's got stuff in the back of their vehicles that they don't want people looking in. You know, let's say you got a laptop or a purse or anything like that. The Ford Maverick, I actually figured that out. There's actually some nice under-seat storage in the back of the truck that very inconspicuous. If you look at the back seat, you wouldn't even know it's there. So let's hop in the side here, and I'll show you guys the under-seat storage bins, and they're really, really cool to keep things, just out of sight and out of mind. So you just pull on the little strap here, and the rear seat just folds up, and then like I said, underneath here you do have your nice big storage pockets. You can put, if you're going on a hike, you can put some drinks in there. You can put some food there for lunch at the beach. And if you scan this QR barcode, it actually gives you some ideas of what to do underneath the bed or underneath the storage pockets here in the back seat, and it also gives you some options for the bed, which is called the Ford Flex bed, but I'll get into that when we get to the back of the bed because it's very cool, a lot of do-it-yourself kind of ideas and options and so on. So let's hop into the bed of the truck. All right, so now moving into the bed of the Maverick, it's a 4.5-foot box. It comes with multiple different tie-down points, but the coolest part about this is actually the do-it-yourself flex bed ideas from Ford. As we're going through this, we'll add some things here that you can do. You can add some bike racks in. As you can see, come on over here. There's different cutouts here on the bed. All these different cutouts. You can actually put 2x4s and pieces of wood in here to make different sort of racks for a bike or a canoe or a kayak or what have you. You can separate the bed into different options. So now the coolest thing about the bed of the truck is actually, in my opinion, is the tailgate. It's a multi-position tailgate. So if you come around here, you can actually see the wheel wells. The wheel wells here are flat. Now I'm going to show you something here that you can do with the tailgate if you need to extend it and put some stuff that's bigger in it. You just lift up on the tailgate a little bit. 2 little clips here. These come off and they actually go up here like this. Now the tailgate's at about a 45-degree angle, and it lines up perfectly straight with this. So if you need to load sheets of 2x4s in, or just something a little bit longer, and you want to have that extra space so something's not going to fly out, the multi-level tailgate is where it's at. And a cool little feature that a lot of people don't know about most F-150s, most Rangers, and all the Maverick tailgates, is they actually have, these are multi-purpose hooks here. So on the top, you can put your tie-down straps. So you can have something coming out of the back here like this, and you can tie it right to the tailgate, because you know how hard it is to find the ratchet straps, put them all the way at the front, hook them around your load in the back. Stuff's just going to start sliding. So this makes it a little bit easier. But underneath it, if you are going to the beach, if you're playing golf or whatever, you do have bottle openers built in on both sides. If you're going tailgating, want to hook up a barbecue or something like that, you can have a nice bottle openers, and you can open your cold drinks. Now, last thing about the bed that I want to mention is the secure places to put. Let's say you got some ratchet straps or some chains or something like that that they can get wet, but you don't want them just laying in the back of the truck. Well, Ford's thought of that. So in the back here, you do have a little storage cubby that you just twist the unlock button and it pulls out. You got a nice little storage cubby here that you can put some straps, you can put some tools or whatever. But then if you lift this little piece out, underneath it actually drops down and it actually doubles in size underneath there. So you can put a whole bunch of stuff down in there, and you can put the little lid on it too, so nobody will be looking into the back of your truck. Okay, so now that we've talked about the inside and the bed, let's talk about what's underneath the hood of this thing. So like I mentioned before, is this comes standard with a 2.5 liter hybrid engine, making it the first standard hybrid pickup truck on the market. Now this one, like I mentioned, has the 2-liter EcoBoost with the intelligent all-wheel drive system, and on the hybrid you're only limited to front-wheel drive setup. But let's take a look underneath the hood and show you guys some of the interesting things found underneath here. Now you pop it open and it's pretty straightforward. It's a Ford 2-liter 4-cylinder. If you've seen it on an Escape, on a Bronco Sport, or in pretty much anything Ford makes with a 2-liter, it's going to look the exact same. Now this is driven by an 8-speed automatic transmission on the EcoBoost. Now if you go with the hybrid engine, you actually get an electronic CVT, which helps for fuel mileage, a little bit more durable than a traditional CVT with a belt. There's actually no belts, it's all just gears. Ford designed a way to make a CVT work without a belt. We'll pop in there so you guys can see kind of how it works. But so this is the engine options for the Maverick. Like I said, 2-liter and 2.5 hybrid. Now the hybrid actually has 191 horsepower, and this 2-liter has 250 horsepower. They're both equally as quick. With the electric motors, you get off the line a little bit quicker, but with the torque from the turbo, this is my preferred engine if you're not worried about fuel economy, because the hybrid is hands down better by about 3 or 4 liters per 100 kilometers. So now, last question I have for you guys watching. What do you guys think about the Maverick? Personally, I love it. I was actually invited to a Ford Drive event for a pre-production, pre-release Maverick, and I fell in love with these things right away. They fit at the perfect price point. They're perfectly sized for someone like me living in the city. Don't need something big like an F-150. But I want to hear what you guys think. So drop a comment down below and let me know, did Ford knock it out of the park with this, or is there anything Ford could change? I would love to hear it from you guys. But before we end this video, I just want to talk about some of the different options that you can get. So with the trim levels, it goes XL is your base model with standard hybrid. XLT, which is this trim level, you can get a couple of different options. You can get the FX4 off-road package, gives you some different wheels. You can get the 4000 4K tow package, allows you to tow up to 4,000 pounds. And then if you go to a Lariat, you get the 2-liter is standard. Hybrid's not available. You get all-wheel drive, of course. You get the leather, you get the sunroof, you get the Bang & Olufsen sound system. You get everything that you'd like, and it still comes in under $40,000. So, in my opinion, Ford knocked this thing out of the park. So, that's going to do it, guys. Like I said, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the Maverick. And if you're interested in one of these, ordering one, or just taking this one for a test drive, this is actually our dealer demo. Give me a call, 902-434-7700. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Take care.